hold on, it'll say it in a minute at the top. Can you see the comments? Okay, we're
Say it again.
live.
Okay.
Can you see the comments?
Yes. Nobody said anything, obviously, but I can see the. Let me see. Can
Nobody's
we
doing
leave?
it, but you can
Let
see
me
the
leave
little bar
something.
thing.
Yes, I can see the bar.
Okay.
Let me see if they pop up. I put a comment on my phone. Let's see if it'll pop up over here. Let
Okay. All
me
right.
see. Yep, I can see it.
Okay, there. Yep, yep, it's there. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're just gonna wait. You know, you never know. This is the first time us doing it this time of day. This is the first time we're doing it. Just in this way. So we just gotta see, like, what's up. But we got in here so far. So what's up, y'all?
Okay. Hey.
What's up, y'all? What's up? So we just gonna go ahead and start off with our chat. Whoever is here, I'll probably say this throughout. We're a little bit, the connection is a little bit off. So if
Yeah.
we seem like there's a delay or we're pausing like that, don't shoot us, shoot StreamYard, okay? Because we're doing the best we can here, all right?
Right.
We are doing the best we can. So yeah, so basically, welcome, Kim, to
Thank
Straight to
you.
Business.
Thank
So
you. I'm excited to be here. This is
today,
gonna be fun.
I know, and it would be even craftable things. Welcome,
Oh
welcome,
wow.
welcome.
Hey. Hey, Patrice.
Yes. Hello. So yeah, we definitely we want. What's up, Big Boy Prince in the
Oh, watch
building?
out now. Not the big boy.
Look, a party, and little big boy is in.
You
Let
right.
me tell you, okay.
I agree.
But yeah. So we basically are just I don't know if you guys. Look, excited to have you here. I don't know if you saw the post today, but today we are going to be talking about standard practices, and we're also going to be talking about systems in your t-shirt business. Okay,
Ooh.
standard practices and systems. So we this is a topic that I feel like a lot of t-shirt makers don't really talk about,
True.
and I feel like it's a very necessary thing to discuss, because whether you have a system or not, you're gonna have to have one at some in order for you to grow. You get what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, do you have like a lot of systems in your business?
I've streamlined my systems because I think I was going overboard at one point and I was burning myself out trying to keep up with everything. And so I said, before I
Okay.
end up just throwing in
Okay.
the towel completely, I started to streamline some things.
Okay. So what is like just an example of a type of system you have in your business?
Well, the main thing before I streamlined, when I kind of put everything out there and I was looking at it from the owner's standpoint, one of the things I really needed to pay close attention to was my email system, because I was being told, oh, email
Mm-hmm.
marketing, talking to people through email is not a big thing anymore. You don't have to worry about that. And so I said, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it down. But after talking to a few people that's been in business longer than me and a lot smarter than me, making more money than I am, they said, you better pick up
Mm-hmm.
email. You have to learn how to build that email list the right way. So I'm really streamlining and really focusing on emails. Um, Also,
Mm-hmm.
social media is something else I really had to
Mm-hmm.
hone in on. A lot of people think, oh, live
Yeah,
streaming and doesn't do anything for you. That's a lie.
it
It has
does.
helped me
Yeah.
tremendously. So those two things are a must. I would tell anybody. You have to have your email together and your social media together.
Mm-hmm. So as far as like your email, like, or say your social media, do you have like a step by step thing? Like, okay, once I finish this shirt, I'm going to post it on Facebook. After I get it on Facebook, I need to put it here, here. And then, you know, do you have a step-by-step process on how you make that happen?
Yes, I had to, because I learned that just because, and like just like everyone else, I have various social media platforms I'm a part of. And there were some of them that were pretty much dead. Like there was no responses, nobody saw it, you know. So I literally had to say, okay, which social media platforms are the ones that are either going to get me the attention I'm looking for, the reach that I'm looking for, especially the engagement that I'm looking for, and of course the sales I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So I literally had to say, okay, I'm going to start here, here, and here, and these are going to be my top 3. Everything else come what may, but I have to make sure, like you said, once I make a shirt, I put it here, here, and here. Those people get their eyes on it first, because that's where my goals are met at. So yeah, definitely, you have to have that step-by-step process, because you're gonna miss something if you don't.
I'm telling you, if you don't, like, it is one thing that I had started doing with my business is I started realizing, like, where are areas I can skip steps. Like, there's really no point for me to make a Reels from scratch. There's really no point for me to make a Facebook from scratch. Like, really, to be honest with you, I can make a TikTok, and that will spread across other platforms. So I can take that TikTok, turn it into a Reels. Then I can take that TikTok and then put it on my, once it's on my Instagram, I can link my Facebook and my Instagram together.
There you go.
And then now I just took one piece of content and I spread it across 3 separate platforms.
That's
you
it.
Get what I'm saying?
That's it.
So I had to do that because, you know, it got to a point where it's just like, this is too much. I'm actually running 2 separate social media accounts, which is my minitingzcustoms account, which is my actual T-shirt brand, and then my Marcela's Way account for the channel.
Got you.
And I'm gonna tell you, sometimes it's like basically that's just, you know, and I put every account I post in 3s. So I post 3 separate things all at one time. And imagine if I was doing that across 2 accounts.
Ooh, you'd be burnt out real quick.
Burnt out. Do you understand me? I will be as fiery as that beautiful shirt you got on, girl.
This shirt is red today on this camera. I'm like, whoa.
Girl, that is a red. Let me tell you. And sometimes I be feeling as dull as this shirt I got on.
Look, they'll never believe we got on the same color. They wouldn't even believe it.
You would not believe it. Listen, y'all, let me tell you something right now. You would not believe that my shirt is the exact same color as Kim's. It is. I swear it is. And I had to send Kim a picture to show her, like, my shirt is actually red. But up here, I look just faded and then like I done had this shirt for 103 years. And I have.
It's like I've sucked out all your color and put it on me. I'm like, why am I so red?
Yes. You know, I'm going to tell you exactly what we look like. What we look like is the 1983 and the 2015 version of television. Yes, just dull and then real vibrant. We look like the box TV and HD TV together. Yes, look.
I'm like, is there a setting on here? Good gracious, tone this down. I don't know what it's red, but it's not that red.
No, you got me the setting because look, they're laughing at us. Look, you gotta tell me the setting because I'm over here looking real dry. But anywho, let me tell you. But anywho, look, y'all already know I ain't got no sense, so don't pay me any attention, okay? But
me either. Me either.
But You said you either.
No, I'm trying to be on my best behavior. I'm gonna be good.
I know that's right. Look, let me tell you. And the worst thing for me to have is somebody that laugh at me, because that's the worst. I can't, because that make it worse. But
you definitely got the wrong
yes,
person. I love to laugh. I
I
love to crack jokes. So I'm telling you, this is gonna be a hoot.
love. Yes. So going back, so as far as your actual okay, so there's the business practice, right? But then there's a production system that really has to happen, especially when you're dealing with very small spaces, okay? As mine, very small space. And I really feel like that without a system, you're subconsciously telling the atmosphere, the universe, God, that I'm not going to have nothing but one shirt. So I don't really need no system. I don't need I need a way of doing a lot of orders because I'm not going to get them no way. You get what I'm saying? So you definitely have to like put in mind that what happens if I got 100 orders? Right. What am I going to do in this little corner of the room that I have? You get what I'm saying? Like, how could I go about the process of producing a lot with this little bit that I have? You got to walk yourself through that process. So absolutely. How do you do that? How do you manage when you have like large orders?
First, I pray like, Lord, what am I going to do with this large order? Because this used to be, before we moved here, when we saw the map of this house, we thought, well, I thought this was going to be my entire section. When we moved in, I realized, where am I going to teach my daughter? And so I had to take from where I'm sitting this way, and it's a wall directly in front of me with windows. All of that back there is her classroom. So here I am trying to fit printers, my Cameo, a little table I have sitting here, all in this little space. I literally had to take my heat press and the rest of my stuff and put it in the garage because I literally just did not have the space for it. So I was talking to my husband recently because I had a nice size order come in, and I said, look, this is not going to work. And he said, well, just take all of your stuff and put it in the garage. And I said, it's 1,000 degrees in the garage. And so now we're trying to figure out so that I can work more efficiently and effectively and quicker, so that I have to run between two different areas of this home. I'm having to now say, okay, Kim, like you said, I need a functioning system to make this flow better. Because as a creator and as a crafter, the last thing you want is to be running around because you have a big order because your stuff is in two different places. So I'm having to now figure out what in the world am I going to do to make this work correctly? And so luckily for me, even if I have to take the business portion of this thing and put it in the garage and then take my garage and seal it some kind of way to keep it cool in the summer and warm in the winter, then that's what I'm going to have to do. But I know now what's happening now, like you said, when I first started, I wasn't thinking about big orders, which I should have been. I was thinking, okay, this will work. I'll just squeeze right here. This will work. But I'm like, this is not going to work. So you have to be realistic. You have to think big. If you should say that. You have to think big. Like, what if I do get that, let's say, that business down the street that says they have 200 employees and want me to do that order? I can't do it like this. I can, but it's going to be... I'm gonna have to call us some reinforcements, all hands on deck. So you have to have those systems when it comes to production, especially if you're running shirts, hoodies. Oh my goodness, you definitely got to have space for those.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, one solution that might work for your smaller space is if you get those Calyx IKEA cube organizers. Did you see that in my workspace? The little cube organizer?
Right.
Yeah,
Write that down.
those. Yeah, it's KALLAX. That's the type that it is. The
Okay.
I guess it's the design name. And if you get those, you can build those together. You can have
Okay.
you can build it into a unit, and then it also has a table that connects to it. And
Nice.
one
Okay.
thing about that, yeah, one thing about that is you can fit it to the wall, and now you're not just storing across, you're storing up also.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
you can put your shirts in there. You what I do is I have turned mine on its side, and I
Okay.
stack my printer up. I got equipment just stacked up on it. You get what I'm saying? So now I
Got
have to
you.
have a separate table for my printers. They all stacked up on top of that shelving unit.
Okay.
So that definitely accommodates my small space. I mean, it works for now, you know.
Nice.
And
Right.
then also on top of that, I'm doing I got my t-shirts, and then I got cake equipment, you know,
Got
that
you.
I have, and then I got other crafting stuff. So, you know, it just makes it so you have a grasp on what you have and what. And then you can even organize that in a way where you could say, okay, this row of bins, because sometimes you can get them four across and three down. So
Okay.
you could say this row I'm gonna do red bins, and the red bins are for my shirts, and then the blue bins this are vinyl or scraps or whatever, and then you can do yellow bins could be for something else. You know what I'm saying?
Great advice.
So then you have that glance thing.
Right.
So yeah, yeah,
I just know
that's the
something has
one
to
tip
give.
that
It's
I
tight in
have.
here. It is really tight in here.
Yeah, yeah, and I totally understand. I just got 20 orders that came in, a 20 shirt order that came in like last week. And then today, well, we'll see today, but I've had the opportunity to do the team shirts or the practice shirts for a high school volleyball team here near me.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's
Congrats.
gonna
That's
be like,
great.
thank you. Yes, that's gonna be like probably about 30 shirts right there. And then being that,
Nice.
you know, the order has already come in. Hold on, I'm gonna show you the sample shirt I have. Hold on.
All right. Woohoo. That
This,
is awesome
this is
for
the
her, Patrice.
yeah, this is the sample shirt,
Nice. Okay.
and then they allowed to put my business information on the back of it.
Nice. That's always great when you can do that.
Yes, yep. And I put the school name, and then they allowed me to put my logo on the side. So that is an absolute blessing.
Yes, it
A
is.
blessing. Yes. However, it's
Wow.
a blessing, but in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what if the rest of the teams want shirts? What if there are other parents that can? What if, people are starting to ring me off hook? Like, how am I going to make this happen in this little tail space?
Right. We get excited in the beginning and then we get to work. We're like, wait a minute. How am I going to
Yeah, I
make this
mean, but
work?
it's all a process. And then another thing is making sure that you don't put pressure on yourself to like,
Absolutely.
okay, well, they asked for it, so um I need to give them the shirt tomorrow. Like, you got to give yourself time to be able
Yes.
to order in supplies so you don't spend too much money on supplies. You got to
Right.
give yourself time to order in shirts that's reasonable. You just have to give yourself time, because if you don't, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up screwing off the opportunity you've been given, but you just because
Hmm.
you just cannot contain it in a way that the quality of work comes out the way it should. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You have to give yourself some grace. I had to learn that
Yes.
because I would get so excited in the beginning, and then in the very beginning when I first started doing shirts, don't let me make a mistake. It was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I had to say, you know what? You're gonna make mistakes in this process. Your eyes sometimes will get tired, especially as you're running shirts and you're trying to measure everything up to make sure everything is straight and even. And you get tired after a while. You start off strong in the beginning, but after that, like especially if you're going over 20, sometimes for some people over 10, your eyes will start getting tired. You'll start making just the silliest mistakes, and weeding will start getting on your nerves. Your machine won't cut a letter right, so now you got to redo that. So yeah, you have to learn to give yourself some grace in this process. Like you said, it's a process. Respect it. Keep it moving.
Yes. And you know what? Don't be messing with that cube steak vinyl while you're trying to do an order. Girl.
Please leave that alone. Oh my goodness. Girl, you're never gonna live that down with me.
Sometimes that cube steak vinyl, especially when you got, I'm gonna tell you the thing about the cube steak vinyl. Okay.
Okay.
It's so just hard, right? But one thing that I'm sure a lot of people are facing when it comes down to that vinyl is from Amazon, you can order it and it'll be here at your door the next day. Some of these other companies, it'll take you 4 and 5 days for you to get it. And before you know it, I mean, that'll put you a week behind trying to get vinyl. And from Amazon, you can get it in a day, you know?
That's true.
So you know, you do have that one issue, and sometimes you just like, I got to go ahead and get this order off. Like, I don't have time to wait for XYZ company to take forever to send me some stuff. I got to get it done now, you know.
Right.
So you know, you do have those issues, but I think I made a pact to myself, like after 20, then you need to give yourself time, because now we need to start ordering in transfers, because
got you. Mm-hmm.
All this weeding 20 is for birds.
Look.
Yes.
That's why I love companies that do transfers, because I'm like, look, you mean tell me I can just do the whole design and send it to you and you say all I gotta do is press? Oh, I'm in.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling
I'm
you.
In.
And the thing is just trying to almost convince the customer to do over 20 and to give you time to get that in.
Right.
You know, but when you have people calling you like, I need these shirts, it's Monday. I need these shirts by Thursday. And then, especially if it's 20 of them and you don't want to see the money go out the window.
Right.
So you just start trying to make stuff happen. What's up? Look, Matt the Goon in the building. What's up, Matt?
Oh, watch out now.
Yeah, what's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt.
Look, yeah, we are talking about systems in your business. We're talking about standard practices to help us be more productive. So, but yeah, that's one of those situations, like you said, you have to give yourself grace, and you have to not. I'm gonna tell you, y'all. I'm telling y'all from experience, and I need y'all to hear me and hear me well. Look, don't be a slave to the dollar.
Please
because
don't.
as long as you are a slave to a dollar, you're gonna get hemmed up every single time.
Oh yes.
Because you're not gonna want to see that money go out the window or out the door. So you're just gonna try to make it happen. But then by the time you try to make it happen, it don't feel like it's worth it. Because you got 2 more braids and money is gone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a for sure. That, you know, just try not to be a slave to the dollar, because it just don't do good in business. Just, you know, if you gotta tell somebody, look, I can't give you that by Thursday. In order for you to get it, I'm gonna have to give it to you at least by next Tuesday. And if they say, okay, well, I'm gonna get it from somewhere else.
Okay.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you. Let me know if I can help you again next time.
Right.
You know.
Right. That's why I always tell people, if you take in face-to-face orders, then you can explain that, you know, straight off the bat. Or you can have, if you have a storefront, you can put that like in a window what your policy is. And if you have a website, even if it's an Etsy shop, I think you can do this on Etsy and Shopify too. You can put your stipulations in there and say, look, every order takes between 3 to 5 days, 5 to 7 days, whatever your window is, to let people know before they even buy. And I think I've seen it on someone else's website where once you place an order, it tells you, but before you even place the order, it tells you which date that you can expect your stuff to arrive. So it kind of gives you that bird's eye view before you even order when you're going to receive your product. A lot of people run into that chaotic situation with their customers, because customers, and all of us have this at some point, where we have that right now. I want it now. I want it now. I can order something right now and expect it to be at my door tomorrow, knowing good well it's not going to be there. And we have to tell customers, sometimes you have to tell them, look, I'm making this. This is homemade. I'm not ordering this from someone. I have to get in there and do your item. It's going to take me time. And if you have a list of people like Mac does, where you have order, it's like they're standing in line. Sorry, but if you want to rush order, then you want me to stop everything else I'm doing, there's a fee for that.
Absolutely.
So put a fee on it. They want it the next day. Okay, there's a fee for that.
I had Matt just said all orders are custom. Some people don't understand that, and I don't think they do. I think they think we are going to pop it out the microwave and it's just going to come out, and that's not how that works. No. And you know what? Just recently, I made the mistake of I knew a person that knew a person, and they brought somebody to me, and then they they gave me an order, and because I didn't, this one person, I allowed them to almost lead the way, and I looked up, it was change after change, this after that. Every time you turn around, it was something else, and I was just like, you know what? I did it to myself. So I can't even get mad at myself. I can't get mad at them. I got to be mad at me, because once just because you're a boss, I'm gonna give you guys a little analogy real quick, okay? And no, Matt, we are not Amazon. You are absolutely
no,
right.
We are not.
We sure are not. And I'm gonna tell you a little chain of command that it should be, okay?
Gotcha. Let's go.
The entrepreneur is we're the business owner. Okay. We are the person that is marketing. We the person that's trying to get the dollar in the building. To be honest with you, the entrepreneur should not necessarily be the one that is taking the money or setting the rules. Because at the end of the day, we only just want to see the entrepreneur wants to see the business grow. You get what I'm saying? Gotcha. They really don't care about what it takes to do it. They don't care about the order. They don't care about procedures. The entrepreneur, we just want to grow. All right. Now, the other hat that we have to wear in our business is the manager position. The manager of our business is supposed to make sure that all rules that are set in place we stick to them. The manager in us is supposed to make sure this is the rule, this is what's set, we're not breaking it, not backing up off it. It is what it is, right?
Right.
All right. The manager in us should have the worker in us that's interest at heart. Okay. The manager is supposed to make sure we have what we need at the place we need to have it. The manager in us is supposed to make sure that we are doing things in the best interest of the production. The entrepreneur in us is going to always put money first. That's how come you cannot let the entrepreneur in you run the show. Because if you do, you're going to be set. Entrepreneur don't care nothing about the worker or the manager. They only care about the dollar.
Exactly.
So we gotta make sure we know who's running the show. Okay.
That's it. That's it.
The manager set the rules, not the entrepreneur.
Good point. Great point. Actually,
hope that made sense.
Now, Marcela, how do you get all those people inside of your body to agree to who's in charge?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, you got to tell the entrepreneur, you got to let the entrepreneur kind of have his own day in his own way. So basically, you have to say, all right, today, entrepreneur, we're going to sit down. We're going to strategy on how we're going to run our business this week. We're going to sit down and we're going to figure out exactly what the marketing plan is. We're going to sit down on the growth process is supposed to go. Okay. And then while the entrepreneur is sitting down figuring this out, then there needs to be another conversation that you have between yourself and the manager. Like, look, like the entrepreneur and the manager need to be like, look, you can't do this because there is no way we can fit all that into this room.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it's a constant battle, you know, different roles that we carry in our business. And you really just have to like step back and check yourself. Like, all right, we gotta figure out who's doing what right now. Like, because for me, once I start making shirts, I don't want to talk about money and I don't want to be trying to organize too much. I want to work.
Right.
I want to focus on being creative. I can't do all that other stuff. So, wait a minute. Matt the Goon said, I have these talks all the time with myself. I believe you do. Go over there, B.
I have to. I have to have those talks. Because if not, things will just be all over the place. I have to. Okay, you know what? Today, Kim, we are having a meeting. And we talk everything out. When I'm in creator mode, like you said, I don't want to hear about the other stuff. And I have a not so silent investor in my business. He's not silent at all. He lives here. And when he likes to, I said, you're supposed to be my silent investor. Why are you talking? Well, I think you should do this. That's my job. That's not your job. You're my silent investor.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, cause see, when I had my cake shop, my husband was that entrepreneur that I didn't have to be at. That I had to be the entrepreneur too, but he wore entrepreneurial, had an entrepreneurial mindset. So a lot of the times we would bump heads because he everything from entrepreneurial mindset, and he never really put his mind into the management mindset or the craft, or the working mindset. So a lot of times we were at odds because I'm like, hold up, we already got 10 orders today and you about to bring in another one. And then he like, but we got to grow this business. But I'm like, I don't care. And with that being the case, what ultimately ended up happening was the worker in me ended up burning out. I burnt completely out. And then I got to a place where I just didn't want to do it anymore. And that's why it's important for you to really find balance, you know, when it comes down to running a business. Because if you don't find that balance, then you'll look up and you'll be like, dang, I used to love doing shirts. Now I hate it. But that's because you got to realize that every role has its place. So yeah, that's for sure. We're gonna go to this comment section real quick. Hold on. Big Boy said all money ain't good money.
You're right.
Fact. Which is a 100 fact. So but y'all put down in the chat like business practices that y'all have, or standard practices, or systems that y'all put in place. And to speak to also, Matt was talking about on his Tik Tok about doing the Google form. And I ended up doing the Google form. And down at the bottom of my form, I put different things and were very necessary to say, like, you got 8 hours for it. If you do not make those changes after 48 hours, it's set in stone. Once you put your deposit in, I don't know what to tell you. because you're not getting it back.
That's it. It's a done bun.
I'm sorry. It's 12 o'clock, y'all. I got a squirt.
Is that my
running around
buddy?
here. What is it?
That my little buddy?
Yeah. Okay, all right. Go in there or go upstairs like I told you. And afterwards, you'll get a surprise. I'm going to tell you it's a secret. Go ahead. Okay. But all right, see you later, boo. But yeah, so that is that's another thing. Like you said earlier, the emails. It is important for just every single avenue of your business, every area, to have a system. I mean,
yes,
we can't write in our orders down on a piece of paper that we like a napkin or something. We can't do that. That has to be a process. It has to be a process. And I said stuff about the man entrepreneur earlier to say, although we are business owners, you have to tell yourself what to do. You have to be like, look, you can't take this order until you form out and you write this stuff down, because it just has to be done. Like although we don't have a boss, you need to be your own boss to make sure that you stand in line. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For sure.
I had something happen to me in business. I was asked to do a particular set of shirts. And of course, like anyone, I was excited because it was a large order. And I started getting all the products. I started ordering the shirt. No, I had some shirt orders were already in because I knew people had already told me what sizes and what colors they wanted. I was waiting for the other ones to come in. So the person that came up with the saying that was going to be on the shirts, out of nowhere, without warning, realized that the saying became popular and decided to contact me. And this happened to me twice, believe it or not. Both of them decided to contact me and say, well, one girl said she believed she received a better deal from someone else. And this is after I'd already started these orders in both situations. The other one decided, oh, well, I've been contacted by another person who wants to do the shirts too, but I've decided that I'm going to trademark the saying. As a business person, I pumped the brakes on production and everything. I said, okay, that's fine. That's your right. It's your saying. You can do whatever you want to. But now, instead of this being a, you and I, me doing the shirts for you situation, it has officially now become business. So here is something I need you to sign in order for me to do your shirts. That's why I would tell any business owner, get your documentation in hand, because then it became an official line of work, meaning I had to make her sign, well, not make her, but tell her that she had to now sign trademark documentation, legal agreements for me to be able to do these shirts now. And of course, she was like, no, we don't have to do that. I just don't want nobody else to take my saying. I said, hey, I'm with you. It's your saying, it's your level of creativity. I'm with you. But to protect me and mine, I'm going to have you sign this official documentation, because people get funny when they get famous. And the last thing I need you to know, is to...
I'm about to put that on the wall. People they get famous. Let me tell you. Girl, you better say that again.
You are not about to come and sue me later talking about I have used your saying without your approval. Oh, no, ma'am.
Yep.
It has now become official business, because you trademark anything that you have me to do. I'm going to need you to sign off on this this document saying that, and I'm going to lay it out. How many shirts, colors, everything. It's going to be an official documentation, a legal agreement, so I can protect me and mine. I don't have time for you switching it up on me. It's nothing personal. I love you. I love both of them. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
But it just now became official
Yeah.
business. This is not Kim just do a shirt for me and I'm gonna pay you. No. This is now official business. And business owners, we have to operate like we a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Business woman.
Yeah.
We have to have those legal documentations, not certificates, but you have to have those licensing agreements out there to protect yourself. And some people, and I think she got a little offended because I haven't heard anything back about any shirts or anything else. But my thing is this, I have to protect me and mine.
Yeah. And another thing, like say for instance, if you have a customer that is not local, right? And you want to do a business agreement with them from a distance, what you could do is you could email them that form, and on the bottom of the form, by saying, by sending this email back to me, you are agreeing to the terms of agreement. You get what I'm saying? And then you can keep track of when they sent it back to you, you know, as an email or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, because it, like you said, if you do not do that, it's always the one person that you call yourself, I'm being cool, I'm just making a shirt, I know this person, that is up taking advantage. That'd be the one person that take advantage every time.
That's it.
So yeah, that's for sure. Max said customers are good for hitting up a couple people to do a shirt.
Oh yes,
like that.
Absolutely.
I can't mind around. You can hit up 9 or 10 people if you want to, but as far as I'm concerned, once you get this documentation that say you ain't getting this deposit back, then it is what it is. Because you already paid for the equipment that I just did. I mean, you know, for the stuff I just did. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's let me see, 12 going to, I talk to myself, but 12. Sometimes a lot of us don't listen. Sometimes a lot of us don't listen. A lot of us don't take time to really just like almost, you know, again, that goes back to the entrepreneur running the show. Because if you really have your creative self or the worker of you best interest at heart, you will not allow certain things to happen, especially in the production process.
Right.
And then the creator side of you or the worker side of you cannot go shopping for supplies, because all we want to do is have fun, make it colorful, this and that and the third. We don't care nothing about what stuff costs. We're just going out here and just having fun with it. So we got to make the manager side of us be the one to purchase supplies, because we want to keep track of our expenses and that type of thing.
Right.
So, you know, it's all a process, and we just have to really like be conscious of our systems. We need to take time to write this stuff down on a piece of paper. You know what a good thing is? Checklists.
Oh, yes.
A system checklist, and don't skip steps.
Right.
Yes.
I agree. I agree. Checklists have saved me a lot of times. And it's not just about, you know how Marcela, with your planners and everything that you have in your shop that you know sell to business owners and stuff, you know how we go through that and we make sure we got the name and the phone number and all these things on the sheet. We have everything filled out. We have to do the same thing when it comes to the overall operation of our business as well.
Overall.
Because if I didn't have my checklist when I was packing my last set of orders, I would have forgotten to put in my new business cards, because my logos and everything have changed from my, and so I was about to put all my old ones in there because I was used to just doing it a certain way. And I was like, you know what? I never replaced my business cards. And if I had that on my checklist, make sure you put in new business cards. And so I had to pull all that out, make sure I put in recheck to make sure that I had everything in the way it was supposed to go, because that checklist really saved me. because my customers would have gotten outdated
Yeah.
information and be like, I thought she said she had a new logo. So yeah, definitely checklist.
Yeah. And that's definitely one of those things that actually, when you think about it, that's 3 separate checklists. That's one checklist for the whole receiving an order process. So
Right.
that's making sure you talk back and forth to the customer to make sure that they filled out whatever forms, or they made their payment, or that that you sent them a confirmation email. All of that is a checklist. And then the production checklist is making sure that the order is designed. Even make sure the order is the design is flipped horizontally, just so
Right.
you don't forget that. You can make sure that you can put up their weed, you can put up their press, make sure neck tag is in. All of that stuff is on a step-by-step checklist. And then the final one is like your packing checklist, to
Right.
make sure that you you put your sticker in there, you put your business card, all of that. You laminate it, and then put and check it off with a dry eraser so you don't waste paper.
Great idea.
So yeah, that's definitely something to do. And just get a little hook and hang it up on the wall. And as you're going through the process, check it off. When you get done, wipe it off and save it for next time.
Love it.
Max said, my wife, yep, my wife can send me to the store with the checklist, and I won't look at it at all. And you know what? It sounds like in some cases with Matt and his business, his wife might be the manager. She might be, she sounds like she's the one writing the lists out, keeping things organized. So, it's a lesson when you have somebody in each role, to play, so you don't have to be all of it,
Right.
Guys, look, we can sit here all day and we can have this conversation, because it is so much to talk about when it comes to systems and the practices. And you know what? Maybe one day me and Educated Natural can do a part 2 of this, because
Absolutely.
it definitely be something that we can learn from. I'm honestly gonna go back and watch this myself, because we dropped a whole lot of gems today, y'all. Okay.
Oh yes, this has been great. It's so much when it comes to systems and processes and just running a business in general. We could be here all week and probably still wouldn't cover anything but the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, absolutely. So as y'all try to, this coming week, I just challenge myself and all of you guys and you, Kim, to just work on, start working on our business and not always in our business, and trying to get to a point where we're working on systems more so we can be more productive and more organized.
Absolutely.
And that's it's gonna be the best for all of us. So I want to give Kim the opportunity to go ahead and drop all of her contact information so you guys can check her out, her platforms, and then I'll do the same for me.
Well, to find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, just do a search for The Educated Naturals. Right there, is right here. I try to keep everything congruent to make it easy. I believe Twitter is the only one that's a little bit different because they don't have enough characters. So I think that one is the EDU Natural. So it's like the EDU, then natural. One way. So that's the only one I believe that's different. But everything else is the Educated Natural. If you want to visit my website, that's at www.sononpurpose.com. Sononpurpose.com, and that's where I am.
Absolutely. You guys, y'all check out Educated Natural. Who's here, we probably already follow her and all that, but for the playback, people who are coming to watch this video for the first time, y'all go out Educated Natural on all social platforms. She has a lot of videos on her channel talking about different business tips and that type of stuff, so y'all definitely don't miss it. And also, you guys make sure y'all check me out here, of course, on YouTube. Subscribe if you have not. And on other social platforms, I am Marcela's Way, which is Instagram, and I'm Marcela's Way on TikTok. And also, you guys make sure y'all check Tik Tok on Wednesdays, which is at 6 p.m. right here on the channel. We have an absolute blast. Okay, we have a blast. And this week we're going to be having the best uni on Tik Tok, so that is going to be so amazing. So y'all don't miss that. And let me see, is there anything else that I've missed? I don't think I have. I think I just,
you're gonna be coming on my show.
Yeah, look, tell me I'm doing it, and I'm there. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna put a date on the calendar, and we're gonna be putting you on my show.
Listen, you don't have to tell me the day and the time, and I am there. Okay, I am all the way there. I am so happy that I got the chance to actually meet you.
Absolutely.
In person. But I am so happy I got a chance to meet you. You are so supportive, and I mean, you're so wise and got so much knowledge, and I really appreciate you just being there, just being there in my world, even virtual. I appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. Anytime you call, I'm there.
Look, I appreciate you so much, and you got to let me know when we on your show. Just let me know.
Absolutely. It's August. We're relaunching the show. It's Thursdays. We'll go over the details, and I'll put the flyers out there. Don't worry.
We look, I'm excited about it. I'm so excited about it that I can take my interviewer hat on and just sit back and just run my face like I love to do so much.
Yes. And if you don't know what the name of my show is, everyone, my show is called Sewn and Rooted. So she's gonna be on there. We're gonna have a ball. Just wait. Stay tuned. If you're on my social media, we'll be putting the flyers and stuff out there. Of course, Marcela will be sharing. And once we get that dates, and also Miss Craftable Things, you too, and Shakia.
Yes.
So yes, ladies, Big Boy, everybody, Zeke, everybody, Matt, I want all y'all to come on because y'all all have awesomeness that everybody needs to know about.
Yes. Absolutely. And I appreciate y'all for even being here today.
Yes,
it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. There's so much stuff to do that you could be doing. And the fact that you took time to be here. Mac, I know you're busy. 12, I know you're busy.
Yes.
All of you guys, I know you guys are business people. All of you are so busy. I appreciate you so much. Wait a minute. Let me go back down the list here, okay? Let me see. Craftings, I appreciate you. Big Boy Prince, you already know. Let me see who else we got here. We got John. I miss you. John DeCosta, I appreciate you for being here. Let me see who else we got. Matt the Goon, I appreciate you. I know you. I appreciate you so much for being here.
Yes.
Let me see. 12 Gone Apparel, I know you're busy. Thank you for being here. Stitches to Designs, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Shonda, look, don't get me started messing up people's names. Is it Shonda Burrows? I appreciate you. She said, awesome. What a pleasure to have gems by two wonderful businesswomen. So much. You're so sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I put my attention on everybody that was here because I appreciate you guys so much for giving us your time. And Kim, you hold tight. In public, you are like just, I don't even have words for how awesome you are. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you hold tight, and we're gonna go ahead and end the chat. and I'll see you guys next week. I'm not sure who we're gonna have on talk, but let me tell you, we're gonna figure it out. All right. We're gonna figure it out. So I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a amazing day, okay? See you later. All right, now we gotta y'all hold tight because we gotta close our slow computer. Okay. Oh no. As soon as we went